Alright, I'm at Harlem 125th Street. We're gonna take the Metro North to White Plains from Harlem because Grand Central takes forever. We're gonna take a Metro North train to White Plains from Harlem. There's one train up there, Grand Central. I'll meet you when I get upstairs. Look at this. This excavator sounds annoying with the beeping. Wow, look at that excavator. Watch out, excavator, you're going under the tunnel. Let's see who's going. Good job, driver. That excavator's brave. They could fit on tunnels, not like other trucks. Wow. If you're working at this job, driving an excavator, use lower the crane down and then go back up again. Alright. Here goes the train to Danbury, Connecticut. Sorry, excuse me. Here's the train to New Haven. Next station, Stamford. What do you think about this Pinkie Pie? Nice. Yeah. Wow. Here goes the train. comes the train to Stamford coming. New Canaan. It says going New Canaan, New Haven. New Canaan, New Haven. That's weird. An error, but it says Stamford, but it says New Canaan. I don't know if it opens. I don't know if it does a stop here. Oh, there we go. Stamford. It says New Canaan on the screen. The light says New Canaan and New Haven. It's an error. It says New Canaan right here. I don't know why. But don't worry, we'll ignore the screen. Enjoy your job. Have a good night, Mr. Conductor. Alright, here it goes, an error train. Stamford via New Canaan line. They forgot to fix it. Okay, everybody, train's coming. Oh, I hope we could get an M8. An M8. We're gonna ride on an M8 train. To Southeast. Yep, we're gonna go ride on an M8. Wow. Alright, it's coming. It's not going to Stamford, Southeast. Okay, everybody, we're gonna go ride on an M8 to Southeast, to White Plains. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. Kawasaki M8 on a Harlem line. Wow. Alright, let's go ride it. So rare, 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 rare. Oh my god. Oh my god. We better go ride it. It's rare. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, everybody. We gotta go quickly. Okay, everybody. We're on an M8 car on the Harlem line. Okay, unfortunately there's no seats available, but we'll find it anyways. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, so everybody, this is so rare. An M8, Kawasaki M8 on the Harlem line. It belongs to the New Haven line. Here's a diesel. Unfortunately, there's no seats available. We'll try at Scarsdale Station. This is so rare. Sorry. Go figure on this train. The Kawasaki M8 to train to Southeast. This is so rare. I knew Harlem lines could run on the Kawasaki line. Unfortunately, there's no more seats, but I just switched to another car, but there's no more. Oh my god, everybody, an M8 train on the Harlem line, a Kawasaki M8. It belongs only to Connecticut, and let's see if we're on the right train. Although this is Harlem line, well, the Kawasaki M8s are only for the Harlem, New Haven line. They also run only for Christmas, only for the holiday train M8s. This is so rare, everybody. We're on the choo-choo. All aboard. Elinor and Pinkie Pie will love this train car. We're on the choo-choo, everybody. Get those tickets out. This is going to Scarsdale. Here's Fordham. Wait, that's Tremont or Melrose. I got a nice catch. I'm lucky I'm riding on the M8 on the Harlem line. This is going to be on YouTube. Sorry, my hands are tired. My muscles are getting tired on my hands. That is so rare. I'm not sure if there's going to be seats available because it's rush hour. I think it's peak or off peak. This is so rare. Unfortunately, we're not going to get Elinor Pinkie Pie due for people who has a lot of seats. So we're going to use Elinor Pinkie Pie at Scarsdale Station. Sorry. New York Presbyterian. It opened near the White Plains border. Look at the screen. This is an oval shaped LED lights. The other one is like a rectangle version, but only for the Bombardier M7 and M7A. The M7 is for the Long Island Railroad, and the M7A is for the, I think the Metro North, yeah, Metro North Railroad, for Harlem and Hudson line. But the M7A does not go to Poughkeepsie, only the diesels go to Poughkeepsie. We're about to go under the tunnel in Fordham. I'm not sure if this is going to Fordham. Here we go, we're going under the Fordham tunnel. This is rare, everybody. Please note, this video is not AI generated. This is rare and real. This is so rare. This is rare, everybody. An M8 rail car on the Harlem line. This is rare. Here's the MTA police. Whoa. Gotta be careful because the sign says do not lean on door. I think we're already past Fordham, but I mean, we're not getting off Fordham. We're just gonna watch the window go by. Oh, we're in Fordham, I guess. Yep, this is Fordham. We went there since 3 years ago when I just filmed an elevator. Here's the train conductor. And it even has a notification. I think I used this in my logo. With the E-Flash. Not E-Flash, that's Flash. Adobe Flash logo. The Axle the 6 train logo 2022. I used that in my logo. Also, they even this in Bob's, the channel called, they use that in Bob's Zoom as well, which is a Brazilian nursery rhyme YouTube channel. They use that in Bob's Zoom for the outro. Here's the proof. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, I'm right here. This is so rare. An M8 on the Harlem line. is so rare. This is so rare. An M-made car on the Harlem line.
Every once in a while we get them.
Yeah. I really like the M7 and M8. These are one of my favorite rail cars in the United States. This is so rare. Alright everybody, we're about to cross the Westchester County border. We just passed Woodlawn Station. I don't know if this is Woodlawn, but we're about to head to Wakefield. Oh my god. When we arrive at Scarsdale, we're gonna get Elinor and Pinkie Pie since there's too many people on the train and I don't want to get hurt. I think we're stopping for a break or something. If not, we'll go to another car. I just began to another car right here, but you will not believe this. An M8 on the Harlem line. This is so rare, and I finally got a catch. I am so lucky. Here's Honda, I think. I'm not sure what building this is. Yep, this is Wakefield. We just passed it. We're about to go enter Mount Vernon West. We're about to enter Westchester County. Westchester County is in the 30 miles away. Oopsies. Yep, that's Mount Vernon West. It's kind of dark to see Mount Vernon West. Yep, that's the Mount Vernon West station. Oh my freaking god. Again, I don't know what's that mean. I don't know what's that. It's like a notification. They hear nice train sounds. Look at this, everybody. This is so rare. We're about to pass Tuckahoe, or that's Bronxville. Next station's Tuckahoe. Also, we just buy an Omni card at Harlem. Oh, I'm not going to. Just hearing the sounds. Here's Tuckahoe. Alright, see you when I get to Scarsdale. Here's Crestwood. One more station. Let's see if there's seats available. If not, then we might have to sit on the floor. You're also going to hear the announcements as well. Alright. Although there's no seats, unfortunately, let's watch the train go by. We got to be very careful, everybody. There's a speaker about to hear in a second, I'm not sure. This is where the conductor sits. Forest Park in Eastchester that we went there. This station is Scarsdale. As you leave the train, please watch the gap between the train and the platform. Here's the real one coming up. Fortunately, maybe not. Here it is. It says Kawasaki right here.
This station is Scarsdale. As you leave the train, please watch the gap between the train and the platform.
This is new. Alright, we'll see. We might have to sit on the wheelchair accessible seat because there's no more. Oh no. Sorry. Here's the announcements.
This station is Scarsdale. This is the train to Southeast. The next station is Hartsdale.
Hey Elinor, we're on the rarest train. Yeah, we'll get Pinkie Pie. Right? Yeah, I've never seen this train. This is rare. Yep, a Kawasaki train on the Harlem line. Sorry everybody, we have to be silent. It's just my mom. See the window. Sorry, you won't be able to
This
see.
is the train to Southeast. The next station is Hartsdale.
Feels like a Bombardier version. This is different. Get one ticket. So rare, everybody.
This station is Hartsdale. To leave the train, please watch the gap between the train and the platform. This station is Hartsdale. This is the train to Southeast. The next station is White Plains.
My station is next. I'll meet you when I get to downtown. I'm sorry you won't be able to see the window, but you could see a little bit. I'm sorry this is a little boring trip because of the rush hour. We'll stop the camera until we leave the station.
southeast. The next station is White Plains.
Alright, here we are.
This station is White Plains. As you move the train, please watch the gap between the train and the platform.
Alright, here we are. White Plains. Alright, let me try and get off. Alright. Alright. It's leaving. Alright. Here it goes. Here it goes. Everybody, I hope you have fun riding the rarest train on the Kawasaki M8 on a Harlem line. Here comes the Bombardier version. My mom is waiting, don't worry, we're gonna wait for a few minutes. Let's watch this train stop. I gotta hurry because my phone's about to die. Let me get my charger. Here's the original train version. Alright, that's it.